Hi everyone, I'm coming on to do a card tutorial and it is a sketch challenge for Stamping with Joy, who is Gaynor Boyce's channel. I'll just wait a minute till I dull this slightly and I'll show you the sketch. So that's the sketch that we were given. Okay. And I have cut my layers. Just need to grab a card base. Okay, doll, have a good day. How big go into work. Right, I'll move that aside just now so I can score this. Oops, bent my nail slightly there. Ugh. I'm just going to trim that part off because it's going to annoy me if I don't. That's better. Right, so I've got my card base and the DSP I'm using is the, what's the name of it? Something with love, Painted with Love, and it's got the gold foiling on it. Now there's a lot of this that I am not 100% with. It's just a bit, for me, bright and garish, but I like this. It's got the powder pink, which is quite soft. It's got a bit of calypso coral, and then it's got the gold. So I really like this one. So what I've chose is I went with the calypso coral base. Then I have got a gold layer, a powder pink layer for on top of that. Then I have got my gold layer going across here with my DSP. Then I have got a gold layer with powder pink going on top of that. And then I have decided to use this from the Petal Garden Memories and More kit. I'm going to use that as my feature instead of a star. I thought the rose would look pretty. I'm not sure if I'll use the smaller one or the larger one. I'll wait and see how it looks. And I'm also using, this is from, what is that one called? Bundle of Love. I'm going to use the word love as my sentiment on the powder pink. So, I have pulled that out and I'm just going to stick that on just now, just so that it's down and sorted. I'm just burnishing it slightly so that it's staying down. There we are. So that's that, and then we'll have our flower here. So I'm going to start putting my layers down, and for quickness I am going to use Call. It's quickly becoming my favourite glue because it does dry super fast. Sorry for shaking that, I have got the wire just at my hand. I'll just actually lift that up a bit. There we go. That will stop it shaking now. Okay, so Call. And I don't go right up to the edge because otherwise it's got a habit of seeping out, and that's not what we want. So there we are. Make sure I've got my card the right way, and I have literally got a hair of a border around it. It's about 2mm maybe. It's literally just enough to see the white and no more. Okay. Right, so next we're taking our gold. And again, I'll put that down with Collal because this gives me just a little bit of wiggle room if I make any errors. Now, all gold isn't the same gold with cardstock or paper. So just, oops, sorry for bashing that camera. Keep forgetting it's as close as it is. Just try and match it as much as you can to the DSP or the sentiment that you're working with, because it will make a difference. And I'm just pulling that over just a little bit. That's fine there. I'm just making sure that's down properly. Then we'll have our powder pink layer. It's actually quite hard to see the powder pink on, the glue on powder pink. And there is 1/2 centimetre border around this one. Now ideally I would have die cut some stuff out of that before I stuck it down. I would have got my card, but for quickness I've just left it. But I would definitely suggest gutting your card because no one's going to see under that, and with the amount of layers we're putting on, it's a lot to be wasting. You could get a lot of stuff out of that. Sentiments, your, what do you call it? Oh, there. Sentiments, leaves, petals, embellishments, elements. So just consider that when you're putting it down and make sure that you're getting the full use of it. Oops, out of frame. Nothing fancy, just putting some Collal on it. And I actually have got the nib quite close, so it's actually very little that's coming out, so that it's not wasting it. And I did want to enhance the gold on it, which is why I'm using the gold matte layer. That's a little bit of glue there that I don't want on. Right, and then we have got this layer. So I've got JD off school today. He's feeling just a little bit seedy. Nothing in particular. So it highly probably could be a rouse to get a day off school. But it's not really worked because he's in bed and told that's where he's staying the rest of the day. He's off school, he's in bed, ill. Right, then we've got our sentiment layer. Oops. And again, this is a 1/2 centimetre border. And with the Collal, I'm having plenty of time to make sure it's where I want it to be. There we are. So that's more or less our design, minus the star obviously. Okay, so now I am going to add that rose, just not sure what size yet, so let me just pull it over. I think it is going to be the smaller one, because I think the larger one will be a little too much. Let me just see. Yep, definitely the smaller one. And what I think I'll actually do is, because this has got a white border around it, let me see if I can pick this back up without tearing anything, because I did burnish it down quite well. Right. I'm actually going to put a wee bit of gold around that, just so it ties in with everything. So I'm going to just place it onto my adhesive sheet, just so that, oops, sorry, so that I've got something that when I'm colouring on, it's not going to go everywhere. And I have got a gold Sharpie somewhere. Pink, yellow. Come on, Mr. Gold, where are you? Bronze, green, gold. This is all my letter set markers and my retired Stampin' Up and some Sharpies in here, and also some Sakura that I just keep in there because I don't have room for them, and with my other pens in my unit. But it's handy to have them nearby. I do actually need to buy a pen storage unit, because I'm just not using them as much as I should be, and that's the reason why. Right, so we've got our gold pen here. It's quite a fine nib. Now I'm not sure how this will work with my is that coming out gold? Not really looking very golden. With my Bell palsy, my eyesight is not 100% at the minute. I've actually been speaking to a few other people who have got Bells, and I've had it for a wee while on a support group, and a lot of them have said that their eyesight's never really recovered fully, that they've had to get stronger glasses, etc. So I'm going to need to go back to the optician. I had hoped that it would be a short-term thing, and that my sight would recover fully, but that's not been the case. So I'm going to need to just admit defeat and go and get stronger glasses, because things like this, when I'm doing detail, is very difficult to try and work on. And I'm still not convinced this is actually gold. So I might need to go in with maybe a little bit of gold stickles or gold Sakura. Let me just see if I can find a gold Sakura that might just give it that extra wee bit of pizzazz. I have got a few gold Sakura. I need to find them. There's one. Because I've two different shades. My golds. to see with another goldy colour. Nope. Let's see what we do with this. See if any of these will work. So I'm going to check them first. So I've got a wee bit of scrap card here, because I don't want to go over it and make an absolute muck of it. So I'll just scribble some of that down now. And then we'll just go over it and see how this looks. Oops. Doesn't really make a difference on that. I actually quite like that. I think I'll use that one. It's got a wee bit of a tone to it. So I'll shift all that apart. And I'm just going to go around with this now. And with this one, I'm not that fussed about being perfect, because it's just to kind of add a wee highlight and give it that gold wee pop. And once I've finished this, I'll share with you 2 cards I also made for challenges for Stampin' All Day, which is Amanda's Stampin' Up community page on Facebook. And weekly they do a theme challenge, and then they'll do like a colour challenge or a sketch challenge, just something else to boost your inspiration, really. And for me, it's massive. I really need that wee boost at times, because I just get into a funk. Oh, that's much better. Right, I need to go up to the edge of this one now. Let me just see. Yeah, much better. Much better. So if I just bring it up to you, and hopefully the light will catch it, and you'll be able to see. There you go. So it just looks a little bit better than what we had. And what I'm actually going to do is put it on dimensionals. So it popped up a bit. I'm looking for dimensionals and they're sitting right next to me. Dozy mare. Now this is already adhesive backed, but if I'm honest, it's not very sticky. So I'm just putting a couple on here. One there and one there. That should do this. And that'll just keep it popped up and make it a little bit more prominent on the card, hopefully. Like that. And I think that's a pretty card. And for the challenge, I think it looks pretty close. So I hope you've enjoyed that. As I said, I have used all Stampin' Up products, minus the marker. But I'm not sure actually if they do have the alcohol marker in the gold. Let me just see. No, I don't think I've got it open. A minute, I'll check my history, because I did go into it not that long ago. Right, there we go. Just 2 seconds, because I know with alcohol markers they have got a couple of metallics, but I just need to check. Colouring tools. Right, it's not in with that, so ink, Stampin' blends. Right, let me see. Bronze. No, they don't have gold. They've got bronze. But bronze would probably have worked, if I'm honest. You would probably get away with bronze. But I think it just looks superb. Just with that little touch. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it gave you some inspiration and it's gave you a wee idea. So the other 2 cards I made were a colour challenge, which was soft suede, real red, lemon lime twist, and daffodil delight. And this is the card I came up with. I really struggled with the soft suede, trying to get it to blend and look appeasing with the other bright colours. So what I've actually done is added a layer of vellum over the top of it, and it's muted it a lot. And then I've just dusted around the corners of my sentiment with the soft suede to tie it again. The flower I used real red, and what I did was I used my tiny block, stabbed it into my ink pad, covered that with ink, and then used my aqua blender and just went in and just kept topping up colour so that you can see there is variations of different amounts of red. Some look quite orangey like here, and up above it is really quite red, so there is a neutral natural feeling to it. The same with the green. I've used lemon lime twist, and then what I did was once it was dry I went back in with the lemon lime twist marker, which is obviously more concentrated, and just went in and added some highlights. I don't know if you'll be able to pick them up, but there is a variation of colour. And the Daffodil Delight I used for the stamen and also for the card base. So I did struggle with that one though, I'll be honest with you. It's not colours I tend to lean towards, especially not yellow. That's one of my colours that I would not really look at, but we got there. Oh, sorry. The other card was the theme, which is friends, and I made this one. I used lots of labels, cut it out in Bermuda Bay. Then I stamped this image, coloured it with Pool Party and Bermuda Bay just to give me a bit of variation in the colours. I used Pear Pizzazz and Wild Wasabi on the leaves. The accents, I don't even know if they're dry yet, I don't think so, are Tonic Studios Nouveau glitter accents, and they're just to add a little bit of interest to it. The sentiment and the stamp are from Gift of Love, and then I've just added a little bit of Bermuda Bay glimmer paper just to set it off properly. As I said, it's quite simplistic, but it's a friendship theme. Your heart and my heart are very old friends, and one of my friends I've had since we were toddlers, and we're still really close, so I think that's apt for that. And that's been it really. That's been the cards that I've made this morning, and that's 2 for Stampin' For All and 1 for Stampin' With Joy. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.